Greetings. I'm Mariluz Sejas, head of SAT Barcelona, by Demes Group and manager of the video division. Today I'm going to show you how to connect a Hyundai Wi-Fi recorder and a Hyundai Wi-Fi camera. The references are, the camera, the HYU649N, and the recorder is the HYU708. So the connection we are going to make today is completely wireless. That is to say, we are not going to use a network cable to connect the camera and the recorder, but we will use a network generated by the recorder itself as an access point. The first thing we are going to do is to initialize the recorder. We will give it a password, in this case a simple one. Well, in this section here, for those who don't know it, what we tell the equipment is that in those cameras that we initialize in it, we are going to configure the same password as the recorder. In the opposite case, if we want to set other passwords in those cameras that are compatible with our function, we do not mark it and we configure it here. We are going to establish the area where this equipment is going to work, as depending on the area where we work, we can use a series of channels or not. Wi-Fi channels. We say OK, I don't want to save in this case, in a USB the password recovery. I establish an unlock pattern. I apply. I leave it in English. You can set the language you want, we have a lot of languages. Time region. I don't initialize any hard disk, because I don't have one. And here we come to the moment of looking for cameras. If we don't do it here we can do it later, but I show it in the initial step in case you want to take the pre-configured equipment to the installation. Because it doesn't depend on the client's Wi-Fi, but on the access point generated by the recorder itself. As you can see, the camera is totally disconnected. I'm not going to give it a network via RJ45. I am simply going to power it at 12 volts. We power it at 12 volts. It's factory default. So you can't see it now, but if I get the cable, it's got a red LED, as it's booting up, it's not set up yet. And it's going to start talking. It's going to start telling us things, okay. We're going to wait for it to start up. We can set, for example, the access point to start looking for cameras. It's going to search for Wi-Fi cameras for 120 seconds, 2 minutes. Now the camera status LED has turned blue. It's starting up. The camera tells us to set up the Wi-Fi, but we're not going to do anything.
Connecting to Wi-Fi.
It's already connecting to Wi-Fi. We haven't done anything to it, we haven't touched anything, it says to wait.
Network connected.
It's already connected to Wi-Fi, in a few seconds we'll see it appear on the screen. It appears as inactive right now. But the recorder with the function of initializing the camera with the password of the recorder itself Has already initialized. As I don't have any more, I can click on cancel and I can exit. This would be to add it manually. We can see how the camera works. We can see the Wi-Fi signal indication, which is good. We have a Wi-Fi 2.4, as you know, as there are more devices it is more sensitive to interferences, but for an installation where we are going to have walls, it will be better because it has better penetration. This is the only thing we have had to do. If you look at it, it is configured as if it was registered in a PoE switch of the equipment. It acquires this IP, which is provided by the recorder's access point. It took several minutes to start up the recorder and configure the camera on its own. It's done. Cheers!